Hey guys, it's the Champions Guild here. We're back with another deck profile video. Today we're going to be looking at a Chaos deck. Basically, it's just all about dealing as much damage as possible. It's a very straightforward aggro deck, so let's see what we got. Our first champion is Blood Reaver Chieftain. He has a heroic act that lets you deal damage to your opponent. We have Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury. He increases the damage done from highlighted units on their last corner by 1. Exalted Deathbringer. He increases damage from this champion's units on their 4th corner by 2. And then we have Iridescent Horror to cast some spells. For blessings, we have Chaos Runeblade. You could, as a heroic act, deal damage to your opponent and then rotate it 1 step forwards. The Path of Skulls, which is a real good blessing, just does 2 damage to your opponent at the start of your turn. Outrageous Carnage, it deals 4 damage to your opponent and you remove the highlighted units. And then Unrivaled Battle Lust. You deal 1 damage to yourself and increase damage done to your opponent from highlighted allies by the number in each corner. So a lot of the card, besides dealing damage, the rest of the cards in this deck basically increase that damage. So for units, we have 3 Blood Warrior Berserker. It deals damage on its 2nd and 3rd corner and also increases damage done to your opponent from highlighted units by 1 or 2 depending on what corner it's on. We have 3 Pack of Bloodletters, which has damage on every side, which is very good, especially when you're buffing it up with the Berserker and Bloodthirster and all that. 3 Fanatical Skullfiend. So this card on its 1st and 3rd corner does a couple damage to you, but on its 2nd and 4th corner it does 3 to your opponent, and its Last Stand ability also deals 2. We have 1 Blood Fury Wrathmonger. I'd probably put a couple more in this deck, but I only have the 1 right now. It deals 2 damage on the first 3 corners and 1 damage to yourself. And Last Stand, you can remove a highlighted unit. We have 2 Fearless Korgorath, which does some damage, and it also the highlighted champion cannot deploy units. Starving Fleshhounds. So this one, it does 1 damage to you at the start of your turn, and then when a highlighted unit deals damage, you deal damage to your opponent and rotate this unit a step forwards, and the damage to the opponent cannot trigger other effects. So I'm not sure about this card, just kind of want to try it out, see how it works. And then, last but not least for units, we have 2 Volchark Acolytes. This is another card I just want to kind of try out. It does 1 damage on each of its corners, and also when a highlighted wizard plays a card, you deal 4 damage to your opponent. So obviously if they're not running wizards, this card isn't as good, but still, if if you're buffing up the damage in each of its corners, it's still decent, but we'll see how it works out when we do the gameplay video in a couple days. So that's it for the units. And then for spells, we have 2 Arcane Bolt. We could have played, I forget what it's called, like Steering Blast, Steering Blaze, something like that. Because it does rend damage, but it also takes an extra turn to do the damage, so I figured this would just be a better choice. We have 2 Khorne's Chosen, which on its 3rd and 4th corner increases damage done to your opponent from all your allies by 2. And then we have 3 Blue Flames, which on its 3rd corner deals 5, and also deals another 5 on the 3rd corner if the highlighted champion plays a card or uses a heroic act. So you most likely be able to get 10 damage off these a lot of the time. And then we have our abilities. We have 2 Demonic Fury, 2 damage to yourself and 5 to your opponent. Pretty good. 3 Blood Hunt, basically removal. It gains you a little health too. which is important because there's a lot of cards in this deck that deal damage to you, which is also the reason we have Blood for the Blood God. You can remove a highlighted unit to gain 5 health. So that's it for this deck. Basically, like I said, it's just all about dealing damage as fast as possible, as much damage as possible, and just buffing, you know, the damage with your champions and spells and other units. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll have a gameplay video, probably a best 2 out of 3 match with this deck versus the death deck from our last profile in a couple days. Have a great day, everybody.